Go.
You already know what time it is. Made in Chafford podcast episode 95. You know, big up yourself. Aliases, please get them off.
Cole Sanusi, aka Big 2L in the building. What's new?
Just Eman.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, sometimes you got to switch it up. You already know what time it is. Two Dems in the building. I guess there's only one place to start. Obviously, this comes out on Tuesday, so we're hoping for the best, really. It's coming home. Why is there silence? Why are people not backing me?
Because we're recording this a few days before the
Faith,
final,
man.
and honestly,
Where are you guys going for the final?
A friend has been nice enough to invite me round. You know, a couple vibes. No Dalmio Day, you know. Have to steal a tweet.
I'm gonna go to my front room.
I'm Yo, nothing Italian. Not even pizza. You know, spaghetti. We're chopping it up like that. You know how they hate it. That's what we're doing.
I do that all the time.
I'm asking for pineapple on pizza. You know the vibes.
But you don't like cheese.
Come on, not this again.
No, but you don't like cheese.
Still going on the back.
You can't run away from it. You do not like cheese.
Yes, like on its own. You can like certain things like when they're in a particular meal, you might be able to enjoy them. But when they're on their own, you don't take them in the same. Pause?
Yeah.
I looked at Eman for confirmation. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking in my head, is it a pause moment?
You guys have done that.
No, you said you take it in.
You got me.
Figured me out. You know what? The only reason why I'm hesitant is because they're a really good team, man.
They are, man. They are.
But I think we have plot armor. I think we're gonna win.
I think yes.
We have plot armor, man.
He's gonna do that pivot. Rice and Phillips ain't going nowhere.
Them boys is. That's the word. That's the thing I'm scared about the most.
What is Rice Phillips pivot?
I'm scared.
I think that's got us as far as it has in the competition.
No, it's good. It's functional, but now they're coming up against a real midfield. Like this is a midfield. Like Verratti, Barella, Jorginho. That's a midfield. That's how you midfield.
You actually have to kind of man mark Jorginho.
Hold on, 2 seconds. For the people who are listening right now, who are watching this on YouTube as well, I don't know anything about football, so I understand your pain as these guys speak. Go on.
Well, Italy's a decent side. I think that's the picture, really, isn't it?
But I think it's all set up for us to win, man. Like, as in, not. I'm just being like, not logical, just emotion.
But did you see the coin toss between Spain and Italy?
Yeah,
that was a psychological game.
100%.
But Chiellini does that all the. Chiellini is so banterous. I don't think he's even Italian. Like, the way if you watch a clip of him, he's on bants.
But that was a heavy psychological game.
Yeah,
that was a real headlock.
Yeah.
That wasn't a fake headlock.
I don't even know how like Alba were like, get the fuck off me. Like, what's going on here?
We've never even played together. Why are you being so chummy?
I don't know you like this. Like, we're not even speaking the same language here. You know?
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, they could pick up a few words.
I don't know. Italian and Spanish aren't that close, are they?
There's the romantic.
Oh, they're romantic languages.
No, not romantic. Romanic language. Like the Latin as well. So, I mean, it all comes like there's certain words in French you can pick up in Spanish. Certain words in German you can pick up in French, and then possibly even the same as you go far along.
That.
It's even the same thing with East Africa as well. East Africa all the way to South.
Do you know?
So like I've even seen like in the South African Parliament they'll be saying stuff. I was just picking up a few words that they'll be saying that's very similar to my language. So
okay, fair enough. Maybe there is enough of a similarity there, but either way, don't be gripsing me up like that. Like, we're about to take penalties. This is serious. This is serious business.
He was trying to little
You
brother.
just shake my hand. Maybe like, you know what? On a professional thing, we can have a like, bring it in sort of thing. That we can do. But anything above that, get the fuck off me.
Yeah. It was a bit too touchy.
Spain's goalkeeper is terrible.
Wow.
Spain's goalkeeper.
You know what? We need to get a goalkeeper.
No, it was not that bad. What makes you think?
Nah, he's terrible.
What makes you think of that?
Simeon?
He's not bad.
Nah,
he's not special, but he's not. I don't think he's noticeably bad. I didn't see anything that really threw me.
I was worried for Spain. Like, I was like, in normal time, I was a bit like, I don't know, man. This is scary hours for
That's
them.
how I feel about Pickford. I'll be honest with you. That's how I feel about Pickford.
He's got the bozo gene, as you like to say. But
Bozo gene.
He calls him a bozo.
He's got the bozo gene. It basically means no matter how good you are due a moment of fuck up.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that in him.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And I could be saying this in, you know.
Did you think he should have saved the free kick?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know about that.
It was a good free kick, but the way the wall was set up, it was a bit hard for him. I give him slack. But if he doesn't even dive, he saves that.
He's got a finger.
If he shuffles across and palms that, he's saving that.
A tall goalkeeper, which I guess that's his own fault. Like, you know, I don't know. Yeah. Be better, be taller.
It's hard to have real criticism of him because he hasn't let in a lot of goals and he's had a few good saves. He's been playing very well, but I just see him do things I see him do all the time for Everton.
Play over 38 games at Everton, and we just know
his distribution is whack. He just boots the ball like.
Yeah, he has the way he kicks the ball is racist. Like, I'm sorry, he's just basically telling Saka and Sterling, go chase this.
I've finished.
It's a fact.
I mean,
there's EDO in that kick, man. I swear.
Listen, I hope they do well, man. I think it's a good group of players, and I think they deserve some success.
What do you think the predictions are?
If we win it, it's 2-1 England.
I'm saying tight 1-0 England, like 88th minute.
Well, it's going to extra time.
Yeah, probably.
That Italian team is set up for that as well.
That Italian team can border
score the winning goal. Because you know what?
Hey, yo, if Sterling scores the winning goal, this nation, yo.
Nah, you know what? Because I didn't understand like the hype, the newspaper hype of Harry Kane. Because I was like, I don't really see my man performing. Until
I've been saying this.
It was that penalty with Denmark. Honestly, like, it was on target and the goalkeeper saved it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many people would stand there still with their hands on their head, like, I missed it?
He's a true striker, though. He'll always follow up. And
he followed up and he did his job. Congratulations.
I think he played well that game.
Yeah.
I don't think he was that bad that game.
You already know how I feel about him.
This guy was saying you should drop him.
Yeah, like, a lot of people, personally, I don't watch football, but I just like
funny.
The way a lot of people hate, like, I don't want to say hate, like, hate is a strong word, but they don't view Harry Kane as
he's a great player.
The great player that he is. I'm seeing.
If you don't think Harry Kane is a great player, you're blind. I think he's just had a bad tournament. I felt at certain points there was a point where I felt like he could have been dropped. I hear your point. We don't have a better striker than him, so maybe I was just being hasteful. But I think the games he performed in, he didn't play particularly well against Germany. The goal was shit. It was like.
He just put himself in the right position.
Yeah, exactly.
Good run off the ball.
Ukraine was Ukraine. They just did not show up anyway. So he was always going to bag. And then he did. I don't think he played that particularly well against Denmark. I think he was allowed to take the penalty, and he initially missed. And well done, as you said, for catching a follow up.
And
but I wasn't particularly impressed.
But he set up the first goal.
I admire a lot. That's a moment I admire.
He didn't set up the first goal.
Yeah, he did.
It was Saka.
He cut the ball across to Saka. He played the initial ball to Saka. Yeah.
But the hard work was done by Saka.
Watch the goal again.
Okay.
That is playmaker Kane. Like, that ball is like when we see it's because when we see Kevin do it, when we see players who are supposed to do that, we get gas. But with Kane, we don't particularly expect to see that. I think personally, I will get on to him if necessary, and I do agree with you with all the games before. Even the game where he scored twice, he was whack. But I think that Denmark game in particular, I think he was quite good.
I'm gonna have to say I agree to this. Well, I will agree to disagree. I don't think he's had but you know what? Yep. Numbers don't lie. And do you know what? For him, he's looking for his big money move, and he's proven himself this year. In my opinion, in the end, I think he could end up top goal scorer. He's bagged 4, isn't it?
He's bagged 4. I don't think he's top goal scorer though. I think it's still Cristiano Ronaldo and a Schick. Pull up with a Schick. I think them two are actually joint. I'm going off how you say. 4 or 5. He scored a silly amount of goals. He scored twice in the first game. But yeah, he's going to be up there regardless. Yeah, I'm arguing a mute point.
This is Sterlingrad, That's what I want to see. That's London. Change the name.
Boy from Brent.
The boy from Brent. Big up yourself.
Yeah, no.
Any opportunity we see, we have to give Sterling credit. Obviously, he's doing big things. And he's had a hell of a tournament. He justified his position. I think when we all saw the team sheet for the first game and we saw his name on there, I will hold my hands up. I said, yo, what the fuck is this man doing in here?
I agree.
Yeah, was it the last tournament? The last tournament, he didn't perform. From what I can remember, he just didn't perform in the last tournament. I think it was a World Cup.
It was.
He just weren't there.
He's really stepped up this year.
Absolutely.
I think we should speak about more like what this will do for the nation. Yo, fam, if you man see me on Sky News on the top of a bus, just know.
Are you going to recreate that picture you have, the legendary one, on top of the bus?
Yeah, I might have
on
to,
top
man.
of the bus stop.
I might have to. If England win, we'll
gonna be out
never
here.
see anything. Well, you know, I don't think we'll see anything like this again in our lives. The camaraderie. Don't matter if you're black, white, Asian. You know, white people really got their hand on their head. Like, yo, yeah,
Black
like,
lives
maybe
do
black
matter,
lives really
innit?
do matter. You know.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing for the country. I think it's funny how the world works. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's funny. It's really
funny how the
You
world
just, you
works.
just see it. It's like, okay.
The same people that were saying, "Oh, don't fucking."
This was last year.
That's what I'm saying. The same people. What's her name? Priti Patel. Same lady that was like, "Oh, do you know what? If you wanna abstain or you feel that them kneeling is incorrect, that's fine." She's fucking got a tweet up with Common England. Half the team is made up of immigration. Everything you stand for, that team is against.
It's just.
Boris is a bozo.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool.
You see that clip of him watching Kane score? He makes me laugh, man. He just makes
He's
me
not
laugh.
a real person. You know how there's that lizard theory?
lizard.
I'm damn sure that Boris is a lizard.
Nah, he's not a lizard.
The boy is a lizard, man.
Nah, you know, because there's the video where he's like, I don't know the actual words, but I'm just gonna paraphrase it. Yeah, he was like, "Is anybody gonna contest on what I just said?" Yeah, supine human beings, supine jellies. Yeah, no, supine jelly invertebrates. That's what he said. I was like, this guy he's human. He's fully human. He got angry in the poshest way ever.
Nah, he's
I was like,
built
nah.
differently, man. I think it was at the stadium when they won. Man, you know, like his aide or whatever just came up and was just like, "Yeah, quickly put this on, slap this on." It's disgusting. He's disgusting. Them man trying to represent now after their whole policies of that. Most of the England team has been fighting against them. Rashford's been trying to put food
Man
on the
said
table.
rash food.
Food, fam. I hear it.
We're trying to put food on the table. What was it again? I can't remember now.
What?
It was De Bruyne boy. So dumb. So
we
dumb.
really be coming across dumb stuff like that. But Marcus has been trying to put food on the table for the kids, and now you're trying to come back him at the game.
Yeah.
So let's talk if it's on the other side of the coin, the
And
alternate
we lose.
universe,
I'm
and
not
we
even trying to put
lose.
that
What's
into the
going
air,
on?
man. They're saying they're gonna give us a bank holiday. I'm not. Nah, dog.
Man don't want to work.
There's how many did we win? One. I went to 14 million possibilities.
And how many did we win?
One.
Listen, man, we're not going to lose. I'm not going to put that bad energy out there.
Nah.
Well, when the episode comes, we'll truly know. You guys will be listening like, oh yeah, they could have won. Oh yeah, we really did win. You know.
If it's an L, it's an L, man.
Nah, I'm not even trying to put that into the air. Obviously, I already know what time it is. I need that bank holiday. I don't know about you. I would have been cool on it but now they're talking about bank holiday. I said, yo, you might need to fix up.
Y'all
I
need to
might
serve
go
it
into the
up.
dressing room and be like, what's going on? Pattern up.
Team talk.
For real, my team talk will be 30.
And do you know what the best thing is? Home court advantage.
Them man ain't got to travel. They only have to go to Rome once. That's a holiday.
We basically hosted
what
this.
is the word?
Literally.
But it doesn't make sense because them man not. Actually, you know what? That's I can't be bothered to talk about being vaxxed up and the vids and them thing there. Just don't worry, my next topic, man.
Well, we're still on this England one, but fair enough. I hear
People
that.
saying that it's home advantage, I understand, but there's always going to be tournaments where there's a host nation.
Yeah,
so when
the
that
host
happens,
nation always
typically,
does tend to do
wasn't it
quite
like
well.
Greece who actually
Greece
hosted
won
it
it
and they
in
won? Yeah,
2004.
exactly. So it
There's
happens.
so many examples. The only host that I can think of that had a shocker was South Africa. Fucking Putin put the Russian team on ped.
He did, and no one cared.
No, no. Do you know there's like evidence where you can see the injection?
They're just like
It's
this in the
Is
camera.
Russia in Europe? Is Russia in Europe?
Yeah,
Well,
technically.
it's continental Europe, but it's not like.
But did they
it's
play in
not
the
EU.
Euros? They played in the Euros.
Yeah, they
didn't
played
Yeah,
in the Euros.
yeah. Not this year,
Israel,
they didn't
Israel,
Israel doesn't make sense.
bro, I've said this, but they do try to qualify for the Euros.
They don't make sense.
I'm agreeing with you.
Nah.
What do you want me like? Yeah, I'm on your side.
Because the thing is, it's like Israel. You're fully in Africa. Like, don't
What?
try it. What do you mean? What?
This is news to me. Please explain.
Where is Israel?
I thought Israel was at Middle East.
Middle East. Where?
Where did you think Israel was?
So what? UAE. UAE is not in Europe.
UAE is not in
Africa.
Europe.
Did you not say Africa?
Yeah.
So
They're both in Africa, no?
No, Middle East is just a term. It's
Technically.
African continent, bruv.
Say what?
Technically
Okay,
speaking.
I didn't know this. I'm putting my hands up.
Whoa, it's been.
Or is it Asia?
How long years?
Is UAE Asia?
UAE is Asia or Africa, whoever they wanted.
But you can't just say that and then be like, oh, you know what, you man
Well,
go
they're closer to
wherever you
Africa
feel.
at the end of the day, and Egypt is Africa, so you
I
can't
mean-
then turn around
Yeah,
and
but I
say,
get-
"Oh yeah, I'm Europe now." Like, bro, why? Because you're white? Nah, that doesn't make sense.
Oh
I
my
hear what you're
days.
saying, but you can understand my confusion because it's not on the actual continent of Africa.
What? UAE
What?
or Israel?
Israel. Am I
No,
bugging?
no, it's not. It is a part of Middle East. You're right, but again, the Middle East is a murky. It's not like clear cut where
Middle
it is.
East, it's just a term. It's on Africa, bruv. It's on,
Okay.
It's the African.
So what? The same way we're in Europe, but we're not actually on.
I think the
mainland.
Middle
that's
East
why
is technically Asia. I'm just saying I'm not saying with any backdrop. I'm just saying as in what I know. So
That's all I can go off is
don't
what
kill
I've
me
been
for
told
that.
in this life, and I've been told that they're man are Middle East.
It's Africa, baby.
What do you, educate then?
Nah, that's all I have to say.
Well,
There
then
you have
I
it.
leave this place not knowing anything.
Yeah,
You know
the
nothing.
known knowns and the known unknowns. The unknown knowns
I'm
and the
trying
known
to have me out
unknowns.
here like Jon Snow.
What do you think about Gareth Southgate though?
He's done a great job. I can't even hate.
I didn't know who Southgate was
Until
until today. So then when they kept mentioning Southgate, I was like, "What the hell is Southgate? Is that an apocalyptic place?" Like,
There's a place called Southgate.
yeah, my man thought it was a destination.
yeah. So they kept saying Southgate is the place. I was like,
Credit where credit's due, though.
Nah,
no,
honestly,
but
100%.
listen, he's done very well.
Credit where credit's
Congratulations to
due.
him.
Credit where
For real,
credit's due.
congrats.
Even if they don't make it, which I'm
Nah,
sure they
he's a
will,
legend.
he
Give him a
deserves. He
knighthood,
deserves.
man.
He deserves.
Yeah, but he's already got OBE.
Nah, give him
They can upgrade it, can't
yeah,
they?
they can. You can get upgraded.
No, there's MBE, then there's OBE, and I think
if they win it, he has to get a night. He'll get a night.
Give him the new plate, man. Fuck it, man. Give him give
Nah,
give
do you know
Gareth
what's
the
really
new plate,
impressed
bro.
me is the fact that we've all been armchair managers and
And we've been killing him.
yeah,
Everybody's been
like
killing
every
him.
single game. Like what the fuck? That Scotland game, he got ripped. Them man booed.
Mm.
And we all thought the same. I was saying, what the fuck? How is Grealish not starting? How is he not going more attacking? But he obviously knows his players. He obviously knows their limits, and he's set up for that.
He's not put the personnel above the team, and I fuck with
I
it.
admire that.
I really fuck with it. That's a hard thing to do, especially with a team that's so stacked that
Grealish
arguably on
got
paper.
subbed. Like he's obviously Southgate's out here to win.
Yeah, on God, and that's what you're supposed to do when you really think about it. When it comes to tournament football, doesn't matter who's on the pitch. It really just matters how you play, man.
That's
Look
a
at Italy. Italy don't man for man. We have a better team than them.
Italy have said that themselves. Chiellini came out and said
Man for man.
their bench could win the tournament.
So I can't even hit on Southgate. I really can't.
Nah, he's done
Credit
really
where
well.
credit's due, man.
He's done very, very well.
Semi-final of the World Cup,
And
final of the Euros.
That's, in my
I
opinion,
can't say anything.
That's a success.
Yeah,
That's the most
100%.
success I've seen England have. That's more probably success than our parents have seen England have.
Back-to-back tournaments. Yeah, I don't think we've ever done
Nah.
a madness like that before.
Sunday.
We'll
I mean,
see.
we're
We'll see.
recording on
Sunday.
Friday, but
Yeah.
Sunday, when
It's
you
one of
hear
them
this,
ones,
it's a Tuesday.
I just want to be confident, and you know what? I just want to put good vibes into the air, and you know, like when this comes out, hopefully England are European champions.
If you're hearing this, it's too late.
That's might be the name of the episode.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. But yeah, moving on.
All right, lovely. So moving on to Loki, and I guess because I know you haven't seen the latest 2 episodes.
Yeah, but I don't mind you guys discussing
trash.
it. It's all right.
It's trash. Would you say?
I know, I'm joking.
Okay.
Actually, well,
I've been underwhelmed. For me, it's the least I've enjoyed of the 3 that they've released.
it was for me. It's been kind of a predictable thing.
And there's been 2. I'd say episode 3 was filler, and the most recent episode was filler as well. Like I could do without it. Like the thing
Oh,
is,
so you watched episode 5?
I'm up to date. Yeah.
How would you say that this was filler?
I just felt like not a lot happened. I felt like more could have happened. That was me personally. I just felt like they were running around. Same thing they were doing in episode.
They're running around like they're packed.
For real. Same thing they were doing in episode 4. Sylvie and Loki were just running around. That's all they were doing in this one. Like, what significant really happened?
Loki realizes how much power he has because of all the Lokis. Because of all the Lokis. Secondly, Sylvie and Loki both understand who they are to each other.
Okay.
They both have an understanding that this is no games. This is actually us. Then there is the situation. Did you see Frog Thor?
Frog, yes, yeah.
You saw him, yeah. So he's there, and I think what else? There was a lot of Easter eggs in the actual thing.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like in comparison to episode 4, where they really went at it, you know, they were really going against the TVA. I felt I learned a lot about both versions of Loki and Sylvie and actual Loki. I just feel like even then, I feel like he was clutching at straws to like actually find stuff that happened in this episode. For me, it just weren't a particularly good episode, and the show, it's had first 2 episodes are okay. 3rd episode, no. 4th episode, great. And then 5th. And now they've got one more to wrap it up. And I don't know what direction they go in. I just feel a bit disappointed from a show that could have been really wacky and really crazy. I just don't think they went there enough in certain places. This is just for me.
At this point, because one thing I have struggled with watching it is establishing who's the big bad. Do you know at this point?
Well, yeah, no, I don't really. I guess I have to say the TVA.
Right.
I think it's a show that's obviously leading up to something.
Well, it's not quite clear what it is.
I think it's the foundation for Doctor Strange.
Of course, that's what WandaVision was, and I think that's what this is supposed to be. And obviously, No Way Home it's meant to be the exact same.
But this one explores alternate timelines. Doesn't explore multiverses, which is even more strange. But then again, they've done the What If trailer.
That looks
Let's get into that.
Yeah,
the future.
Let's get into that. That looks cold. Thing is, I've been saying this to you for a while. Nothing has really impressed me yet with this new phase, and I'm just like, I'm waiting to see something cool.
Even
that trailer
is not as mid.
Really, I'm gonna watch it next week.
We'll still watch it. I'm going.
Isn't it out today?
Yeah, it is out today.
That trailer for What If is the most exciting thing I've seen.
Yeah,
because they're just doing something completely different. You know, I like all that alternative timeline shit, but they're just saying, "F it, let's see."
That's what they should have really dived into, I think, because you gave us a great 10 years, and we really enjoyed what we saw. But Marvel play it safe, and it's all very by the book. But I think that's what they really should have attempted with Phase 4. It's just go as crazy and as wacky as you can.
Now that we have 3 Disney TV shows for Marvel, would you say they're better than the Netflix ones?
Yes.
Luke Cage was amazing for what it was.
First season was cool. The second season was that season was terrible.
I enjoyed it. Was it comedic for you? Was it just funny to watch, or was it
when he dabbed? I wanted to turn off my TV.
Yeah, that's the comedic part.
That was so. Yeah, that was terrible.
But then you're looking at like a mid 30, close to 40, trying to relate to the youth. So he's gonna dab.
I just think, yeah,
you gotta dab.
Yeah,
fair enough. Now Daredevil, creme de la creme. I don't think we've seen anything that level yet. I don't even think from the Disney side particularly. No. Jessica Jones' first season was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah, arguably the best season of any of it. Yeah. Arguably. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like Loki so far. What'd you say?
I think you say Iron Fist.
I thought Iron Fist was cool.
Did you watch it?
I finished it. Yeah.
Say what?
I struggled.
Fair enough.
I thought it was cool.
It
had good concepts, but I didn't buy into him being the Iron Fist. I just saw him as some random dude.
If you can't buy into the hero being the hero, that's fucked.
Yeah, it just didn't bode well for me.
And then what was the woman? She was the what was his name? My man was the dragon.
Oh yeah, she became her character. I forgot what the name of the character is in the comics.
To be honest, actually, the white
something, maybe dragon or something.
White Lotus.
But she was a better character than him.
Yeah.
To me, like I didn't really buy into that whole
How
Danny
many
Rand
seasons did they
shit.
give him?
2 or 1,
Yeah.
maybe
Two,
1,
just two,
two,
just two.
two. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Disney ones are cool, but I just don't know what they're setting up to. That's my main. That's my
Yeah,
main
man,
issue.
do you-
It's a charcuterie to the
Charcuteries.
charcuteries. Yeah.
What is a charcuterie?
Cheese and uncooked ham and grapes.
Why do I keep hearing that word recently?
I was
Charcuteries.
listening to the Joe Budden podcast recently.
And they
That's why I
mentioned the
messaged you, man,
charcuteries.
yeah. A bunch of dicks.
Yuck.
Pause, but yeah.
What was I gonna say? I feel like maybe we could appreciate Phase 4 more when we see what it's leading up to. I mean, the biggest problem Marvel's TV shows also have had is I wouldn't go back to any of them, if that makes sense.
Nah, neither would I.
You watch any of this?
But that's always a problem when, especially in TV, when you're watching something that leads on to something else. With movies, you can do it because it's kind of quicker, it's done. But with TV, you have to commit time.
Yeah.
And like, if it's not a banging TV show, you're not really gonna run back to it. I barely run back to the TV shows I love the most because it just takes so long to watch.
And WandaVision, I had a lot of people was kind of scared. It was like, what are
you doing? Yeah.
First 2 episodes, and the third episode was like, okay,
we lit.
maybe. 4th episode, everything changes. So
Yeah, it's always gonna be hard to rewatch. I don't even see that as even being a thing, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. I think What If looks amazing. I feel like what they can do with that is just blow the doors off the.
possibilities are endless. Like some
the
of the
hinges.
ideas that I've seen that they're floating around.
That's Thingy's last role, isn't it?
It is,
Chadwick
Chadwick.
Boseman's last role as Black
You
Panther.
know, we've got to support.
Yeah, man.
mhm.
And then they have Killmonger saving Robert Downey Jr. or Iron Man.
I don't see how that works.
It does work.
No, I'm saying I just don't see where the plot goes. Like Iron Man saved by Killmonger. Like what's that episode?
It works because he's a agent.
So if
CIA.
but the whole thing is if Iron Man never gets into that incident, he never becomes Iron
he
Man.
never becomes Iron Man, yeah.
So
And
I
then
don't-
what does
I
that
don't
do
know
for
what-
Killmonger
I
as
mean,
well?
either way, I'm still intrigued. I just don't
That's-
know
yeah.
where they go with it.
But that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
That is that. Yeah, you're right. 110.
And there was that little teaser right at the end. It looked like Colossus, didn't it? Like right before the What If logo, you could see like that massive guy with the massive horns. It's like, shit, is that Colossus? Like, what do we go from here?
Nah,
I
it's
don't
really
know.
exciting. I think
It's just a
also
what if.
they're looking at
Exactly.
ideas of if Ultron got all the stones. Like, there's some really intriguing stuff in there. You know, questions that we've always wanted answered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
No, it looks good. I'm quite excited for what happens next. The TV shows that have been out so far, they've been alright, but I'm ready to go back to the cinema.
Can't afford me.
Yeah,
Come
they
back
got
to his
some.
voice.
They got some B-Tech version, boy. I don't know who that is.
No, they can't because now they pay him to use his
Yeah,
face.
but most of them came back. Everyone came back. It just seems except for him.
Yeah, but the thing is, Disney has to pay him to use his face.
Nah.
Yeah, because he has licensing for his face,
Oh,
3D
is it?
printed image.
The
for his
image
face.
rights.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, now it's a negotiation of like what you really want me for.
Well, he's never gonna come. I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of money they'd have to pay him to even just come back in a cameo role. So he's I think he said himself he's done with it. So I think that's for real. I could see Chris Evans coming back.
I think they'll all do it one day, but it'll just be like a definitive one-off, like high, and then
Yeah.
disappear
Yeah.
again. But not anytime soon, though.
Nah, we're
Not
talking
anytime soon.
10, 15.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is the person that actually like proved that cancel culture doesn't really exist.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but he did his shit was in the 90s. Like they didn't have phones back then.
They were allowed to do that stuff. There.
Yeah, like,
They
from
can
when
do
I
that
saw
now.
what's it in the 90s when Nelly was swiping a credit card for a girl's butt, I said, "Yo, the times were different, man. You can't win. I mean, you can win, but
Just to be going around doing those things,
exactly like
you end up in trouble.
that's a fact. You end up, oh god,
You end up in McDonald's.
you're supposed to be playing football. The dinner lid.
You are dinner man. Wait.
All right, so Love Island's finally heated up. I know
I don't watch Love Island
you made that
Why?
perfectly clear
because I
on
feel
multiple
like it's a waste
occasions.
of time. And what's happened?
Have you watched Too Hot to Handle?
No, I haven't watched the second season.
It's back though.
Yeah, I looked at the first episode. I was like, scheme.
Yeah, I hear that.
I looked at it. I was like, I can't be bothered.
Your favorite show's coming back though. Love is Blind.
Say
Love is
what?
Blind, yeah, but I don't know.
Love is Blind season 2, baby.
I don't know if people are really truly invested into Love is Blind because
it was the experiment.
It was the first experiment. Same thing with Too Hot to Handle. Those influencers didn't know they were going on a show like that.
I mean, they don't know on this one. Or do you think they're capping?
They'll know right away.
Or they pretend like they don't know.
Well, they're saying they were like, shit, I'm on Too Hot to Handle. You know,
You know you're on this show. Who you fooling?
And then like Love is Blind. I think it's gonna be super technical. It depends when it was filmed. If it was filmed before Kevin Samuels, then cool, innit? But if it's filmed after Kevin
what's
Samuels,
this man got to do with anything?
It's gonna be funny.
Yo, Kevin Samuels just be popping up in the most random places. I'll just be trying to go about my day, and this guy just pops up.
He just got his ear to the streets, innit?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You average at best.
So, Love Island. What were you saying? Our boy Toby. Toby, stay strong, man.
Hold your head, King. Although
very own Toby, you know.
Chaff is very
very
own.
own.
Although he let me down, man.
Certified Chafford boy.
He let me down because obviously he did the right thing by telling what's her name,
Kaz.
Kaz. You know, I'm not into you. And understandable. What?
I've not seen this episode. That's what he did. He really went for the.
You've not seen the most recent episode.
Just spoil it.
Oh damn, that's the most interesting episode that there's been. The one yesterday.
And what? So he did that, and then he went to go get with Chloe.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Fuck yeah, now.
On the same night, I said,
You think I'm going to college?
damn, you messed up. I was like, could have at least waited. But here we are.
Fumbled.
No, because they weren't grouped together in the first place. So essentially, that whole thing was relatively forced. So you can't I don't think it's necessarily his fault. Like, it is what it is, isn't it?
At least he was honest.
At least he just didn't go do a madness off the strength. Although he was obviously flirting and doing all that type of stuff before he told Kaz, but it's just one of those things. When you're a minority on these shows, the pickings are slim already. And if you just do a law of averages, these things are just going to happen way more frequently. Just through the law of averages.
So let me guess, they put Toby with a black person.
Mixed race guy, black girl. They look like a cool couple. Didn't work out. Now he's going after the
Cubes.
the Yakubian.
The Yakubians.
Listen.
Yo. This narrative happens every year. And
then what was the tweet? I saw the tweet.
Yeah.
Well, Chafford boys don't like black girls anyway. That's what Mose said. Pick up, that's family, but come on.
Mose's trying to cook us. One thing I will say that I don't like is what they're doing with the guy who's not even entered the show yet. So I'll give you a bit of backstory.
What, the guy them are trying to just be like, you have to go for Kaz sort of thing.
Yeah, and also they're cooking his brother, who's not even on the show.
What?
They found the brother of the guy who's not on the show, looked through his pictures, seen him with a white girl, and they've cooked him. Although the caption was just bare dumb.
What did he say?
The caption was so dumb.
Jeez.
The caption was, what was it again? It was Martin Luther King's speech.
What's that gonna?
It was,
what?
I envision a world with black boys running around.
Why do man them just not date white women in peace? Just
He didn't help
no
himself.
reason to do that.
He didn't help himself at
I would
all.
never post any. Like, I'm sick.
I'd have to message you on the side like, yo, my brother, what's going on, bro?
Like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm sick that that's someone's caption.
But also, why are they going after someone's brother who's not even on the show yet? Like, come on, man.
Listen,
Anybody
they're
can
mad,
get it,
didn't
man.
it?
Nah, anybody can get it.
It's the one thing.
That's true.
No,
That
we're
is true.
animals,
There's
you
an
know.
element- I think you don't. When people go on Love Island, they don't think about like the wider thing. Like,
No, they don't think at
just
all.
think about you're going on for yourself. But obviously, your family and that can get it. People
Mhm.
don't care.
It's the one thing I actually don't like
After
about the
your
show.
mum, your dad,
It's the one thing I genuinely don't like about the
baby
show.
sister. Fuck, you know.
Because people are just getting cooked. And like, I feel like as an audience, this is the worst thing about Love Island. I know your take is interesting because you don't like how they've commercialized it.
Yeah.
But one thing I really don't like is how people project how they feel about what somebody else should do onto these people, because then it comes across as abuse. And some of the lines that get crossed are crazy. Like, at the end of the day, this is entertainment. You don't need to lose your life. You don't need to
It's not that deep.
it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
For me,
It's
it's like-
social commentary now.
Yeah, for me, it's like I know that this is, for me, it's a waste of time because now I'm gonna have to be emotionally invested in something that is not
beneficial.
me,
Yeah, I hear that.
in me in any way, shape, or form. And then more importantly, I'm going to be emotional over
But I'm
someone not getting with a girl.
But like, we just enjoy it. Like, I'm not getting that invested. Like, obviously, you can relate it to real life because obviously there's certain situations we've all been in. I think, I do feel for a lot of black girls that watch that show because I think a lot of them see themselves in situations that
I mirror that,
or
absolutely.
Rachel's in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I do get that element of it, but it's also.
Unfortunately, though, it's a law of averages, man, and this is their country.
And they should, like,
This is their show.
That's the point.
We
I was saying, I don't want to say should they go on the show because that's a ridiculous thing to say. They have every right to go on the show as much as the white people, but you're just
unfortunately,
the time it's just not going to be enjoyable.
You need to know what you're signing yourself up for, and ultimately, you know that thing that Mo does, where Mo does that really cool thing, comedic wise, where he'll create roles for people. Yeah. He'll do the lad, he'll do the geezer, he'll do the guy down the street, he'll do the couple kinds of guy. They do that with Love Island. They have the same 12 people. They say, yep, you're the boxhead lighty. Yep, you're the ambiguous Asian looking one. Yep, and then the rest of you are all white.
Yeah.
So when this happens each year over and over again, why do we get annoyed?
Well, why are we surprised?
Should we get annoyed at the corporations who are creating this, or should we get annoyed at ourselves for watching it?
You know what it is? It's the person in the mirror. You waste your time with this.
I'm gonna make a change.
I was in the mirror, you know.
Listen, it's true,
yeah.
And that's the one thing that's really rattled me the most watching it this year. And don't get me wrong, that's compartmentalized. I'm not going to stop it from letting me watch it because I just take it at face value. It's like eating McDonald's. It's just garbage food. Yeah. But at the back of my mind, I'm just thinking about the extra layer to it. And I'm just like, I don't like seeing that type of stuff, to be honest with you. But what do I expect?
I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I just missed last time.
I just went all woke on your asses. I'm sorry, guys.
But
I'm right.
It's not that deep, is what we're saying.
Listen, you guys are mega emotionally invested in this.
I'm not emotionally invested in this at all.
You kind of are, bro.
No. I'm just looking at it from a perspective of.
Go on, my guy.
No. No chance. I'm just looking at it from a perspective of just people. And people like to project how they feel about things onto TV, onto entertainment. I'm like, it's not that deep.
I think what we're trying to say is,
but then I did feel that with Love Is Blind as well, because it was like,
he was riding for Homeboy.
Who's Homeboy?
Mark.
Oh yeah, man.
That's your guy, isn't it?
That's really my guy. I really because it's like, big man. Like the girl, like you're doing everything for this girl, and she just don't want it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
is this the one who had no money? The one that had debt?
He's a 25-year-old.
Oh, the older lady,
the older woman.
Yeah.
Like
I felt for the kid.
I really felt for him because it's like, bro,
he actually likes her.
He really did like her.
I mean, as far as I was concerned, he was doing everything right. It just didn't measure. Like that happened. She had her own issues that I think she needed to resolve within herself.
Right.
I think made it 10 times worse because she was always belligerently drunk as well. Like, and when someone's like that, I'm always a bit like, they're going through something that they obviously can't talk about on the show.
But that's just like an extension of how she feels.
Is why she probably
that was real spice. Like
fair enough.
Yeah,
that was a great show.
It was down bad.
But I think like our thing with Love Island, I'm not emotionally invested, but I can see it's more people are getting too invested into it. And it's becoming like, you're fighting for people you don't even know. You don't know Kaz. When Kaz comes out, Kaz is going to be sweet. She's going to get a boohoo deal. She's going to forget what you get, who you guys are.
She's going to be aight.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good looking girl. I mean, yeah. So she'll be fine.
Yeah, man. We'll see what happens. But ultimately, it's all a bit of entertainment, innit?
It is.
Know what I mean?
Enjoy it. Enjoy Love Island season 7, man. My boy Toby.
Hold it down for Chafford, man.
For real.
Come off the show, come on the show. We'll talk to you about it.
Certified Chafford boy, for real, dog.
I said certified Chafford.
Hopefully he comes on the podcast.
Nah, we have to try.
Yeah.
I don't want to move in bougie and being like,
the thing is,
he
lives around the corner, so it's all good.
Knock on his door.
We'll hot him up.
I'm pulling up on you.
I saw you sucking toes. Like,
explain yourself.
Oh, is he the guy that likes toes?
Nah, he just did it.
Terrible.
It is
On the show.
on the show, like your nan can see that. You're like, fam, it's, you know what? It is what it is. Like, if that's what you're into, that's what that really taught me. Like, certain man just are into things I'll never understand.
Crazy, man. Absolutely brazy. Absolutely brazy.
It is what it is, in your mortal words. All right, so final topic. I guess time we discuss some music.
Final topic.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We've got time, bro.
Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to discuss?
I do. It's stuff going on with the Olympics.
That thing should just be shut down, because they can't even do it now. Because what's it? They're saying they're not going to allow anyone in
What are you talking about?
the Olympics. They're not letting people in the stadium.
They're not letting any spectators watch the events,
Well,
which is understandable. It makes sense.
They should either push it back or they should just cancel it.
I think there's too much money at stake. I don't
You
think they're
can't
gonna.
push it back. Okay, don't cancel it, but push it back.
I think they're gonna have to do it.
Say word.
And obviously, it's not a good thing. They shouldn't.
Yes, that people. I was gonna say people are dropping like flies, but I think athletes are opting to not go. If your block is that hot, like Tokyo's in a state of emergency because that's how expeditiously their cases are rising to the point you can't. What's the point? You can't have people in the stands. That's ridiculous.
Well, let's do some maths. Essentially, there's going to be 10,000 athletes that pull up.
That's jeez.
If you double that with the amount of staff and everybody else that's doing, running the events, can you run a self-contained event with that many people?
No. People are definitely getting COVID.
I'm trying to think of anything that's happened recently where there's been that many people somewhere, and I struggle.
That many people.
I mean, then again,
the bloody England game.
Yeah, exactly.
The bloody England game.
So,
but even that has had an impact on the amount of cases. It's
really
increasing.
Yeah, there was a few hundred people who got it from.
Well, let's just put that into perspective.
What game was it?
What's your angle here?
The Scotland game.
Did you have hay fever? Like within the past couple of weeks?
No, I didn't. I don't have hay fever.
Did you have hay fever? Wait, you man didn't have an.
I don't have hay fever.
It was very light for me. My hay fever was usually trash.
I know
but
people
was
were
alright
going
this
through
year.
it more than normal with the hay fever. So carry on.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people had hay fever, but I think it's just a seasonal flu, bro. I think it's just because a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, cases are going up." And another one that's really pissed me off, that has been tested positive for COVID-19. We'll get on to that in a second, but let's just talk about Olympics. I think it's just a seasonal flu. Honestly, I think it's just a seasonal flu.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So what you're saying? People are still testing positive for COVID.
I think it's just a seasonal flu. I don't think it's COVID. I think it's just a seasonal flu.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. I just don't see how.
Because plenty of people could because the thing is, a lot of people could be tested positive and they could say they're asymptomatic. I don't really believe in it, but it's just like at the end of the day, I just feel like, bro, it's a seasonal flu. Just allow it. Because listen, you've been seeing the whole Euros going on. You saw Scotland turn up for their team, madness, and then you saw them on the road misbehaving, and then now we're seeing England versus Denmark, and then we're gonna see Sunday how everybody's just gonna be in a pub, how everyone's gonna be in the yard, how everyone's gonna be in Box Park, how everyone's gonna be in freaking any place to just watch the game on a big screen.
I hear that. I see. I mean, I think it's irresponsible for sure.
And then my man wants to make a bank holiday the next day.
He's not gonna make it for the next day, apparently.
Right. Right. Okay.
I just think with the Olympics, there's just too much money involved for them to want to cancel it completely.
I'm not saying cancel it. But I would.
Or push it back again. Sorry. So
They can definitely push it back.
Nah,
I don't know. I don't think they can.
How long is it going for? 4 weeks, isn't it?
No, they'll make. Listen, they'll make it. They'll make enough money. They'll probably break even. They'll probably break even just on
Advertising
and everything else, because really they don't need that much staff. So
nah, to
cut
run
back on
that
staff.
successfully. I mean, there's 10,000 athletes there alone. I personally don't know. Then,
Yeah.
I definitely think it should be pushed back.
that wasn't really what I wanted to discuss about the Olympics, but yeah.
Oh, go on.
Now, to be honest, I wanted to discuss about the transgender who's now going to compete. So the man who turned into a woman who's now going to compete in the weightlifting for women. What are your guys' thoughts?
My issue is it doesn't. It's obviously a bit of a sticky one, but my issue is if they're doing that, then why is there such a stigma against Casa Semenya? You know what I mean? As in, there's no correlation. They don't obviously have. There's no rules to this. You're letting them in. You're stopping Casa Semenya for the exact same like.
Wasn't her case the fact that she has she builds more testosterone than the average?
That's all right. So that's just the way she's built. That's like saying, "Oh, well, we're not gonna let Bolt in because he's got really long legs." Like that. That's just the way she's built. So
the lines are blurred when it comes to like
stuff like that.
With the Olympics. Even like, sorry, even with the situation with the Jamaican sprinter where she got tested for a drug test and she failed because she had weed in her
Jamaican
system.
or American?
American.
Yeah.
Sharice something or whatever.
American. My apologies
She
to
fumbled the bag
everyone.
that quickly, man.
Her parents died.
Now I hear that, but like, just not that she's fumbled the bag, but more like. How
Unfortunately, she has. Like, I don't even want to be that. I don't want to be super.
But
it's her fault.
They may allow her to join the relay.
Nah,
but
they
not
said
do
they're
100
not letting her
meters.
do it.
I think they said that she can't do
So
it.
my thing is how like she's obviously had this meteoric rise in less than 3 months because I didn't know her at the start of the year. Then
Unfortunately, the rules are the rules, isn't it?
The rules are
Then there's another sprinter as well from the United States. His body he physically does not look like a sprinter. He looks more like a penguin, but he's very fast.
Right.
He's very, very. I've forgotten his name, but he's very, very fast. And the reason why he can't join the Olympics is because he missed like a testing appointment.
But these men know this. Like I don't feel bad for them ones because you this is in your diary. Like when Rio missed an appointment,
Yeah,
they
he got
him for
banned,
18
and
months.
rightfully so.
Like,
It just is what it is.
You know what it is. Like you're not stupid.
I think back to what you're saying about the transgender situation is it's hard because, sorry, you said it's a man that's turned into a woman and she wants to compete in the women's. It's hard because you have the genetics of a man, so essentially you're gonna win everything.
Yeah.
So then you can only really create a new category, which even itself is gonna be hard because everybody's transition will be different. But I don't think it's right for her to compete with the women because the women themselves will probably feel like
They've been
it's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's a big disadvantage.
What have they
Just
said-
from a genetic perspective, it's a
Does anyone know
disadvantage.
what like her trials and all of that stuff must have been like?
Nah,
'Cause
no clue.
if it's half decent already and she's already smashing them, then you're right. I do see your point. It's not fair. But
Because sports, it's just black and white with sports. It's one of those things like there's a reason why men and women don't play sports together.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's a women's team. There's a reason why a men's team. They're flipping under 12 men's team dismantled, discombobulated one of the women's teams, and that's just
not that
it's just not their bag.
Like they're actually good at the sport they play. It's just
it is what it is.
Unfortunately, due to the makeup of the human body, that is just how it rolls.
So yeah, I do believe it's probably not the right way to go about it, and I do think you're right as well with the Casa Semenya situation. Why is that now okay when she had the same situation?
Yeah, I've
Where
not
does the
really
line
understood that situation because it's like
Casa Semenya is a woman as well. Like there's
exactly.
not even
That's
blurred.
she was
even
born a woman, but the thing is, what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, okay, you're gonna have to go through hormonal therapy. Pardon me, you're gonna have to go through hormone therapy just to make sure that everybody here has the same.
But it's a level playing field. But you're not doing that with that person you've just allowed.
No, they are, but the problem is that already your whole skeleton, your whole muscle build, everything is completely different. Like, you have to understand when a man goes to the gym, his testosterone rises anyway. So even if you attempt to lower it, there's a lot going on in the physical that
Just can't.
you
be
just
lowered.
cannot compete. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear
Like,
that.
There's probably I know one woman, like, she can deadlift 140 kilos and that's her 1 rep max. That's not my 1 rep max. I could do that for a couple sets of 10. So it's like, where do you go now? So then if I then turn around and then say I want to transition myself, God forbid that's not happening, but let's just say I turn around and transition, I'm going to smash every single record. And it's not going to be funny. And then what makes it worse is the fact that some of these women, like from a psychological standpoint, the women who go into these weightlifting sports, some of them have probably been ostracized by their own family because of tradition of how women are usually viewed. So then like this whole sort of thing of like, oh yeah, women don't do weightlifting because that's not a feminine thing. And then they're viewed completely different, and then they could be bullied, and then all this other stuff that happens in the psychological element. And then they have to take this into the sport, and then they become better, and they now are recognized for their talents, and they've persevered through that. And then that's a mindset, like that's a winner's mindset. You've gone through all that trouble to get here, and then all of a sudden a man comes and takes it from you. And then the Olympics has to say, yeah, this is calm. To me, that's not calm.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
I think it's tricky because then it's like, where do you draw the line, isn't it?
Like that
Michael
person
Phelps
definitely has a right to represent at the highest level in their sport, but I just think how do you go about that?
There'll probably be something new that they'll have to do.
They have to. The world is changing.
You know, Paralympics existed. I don't know if Paralympics always existed, but I'm assuming it was something that happened as a result of people wanting to compete with disabilities. They might have to do something different for people who
are transition.
Yeah,
no, I hear that.
And then even Oscar Pistorius, like he attempted to run the 100 meters, but then afterwards, they took him.
There's always going to be some form of genetic.
Yeah, there's always going to be some difference where it's like, let's put you in a situation where you can be in the same level of playing, like the playing field is the same.
Because Michael Phelps, didn't he produce something?
Well, Michael Phelps,
his body is like,
he's a fish.
His hands are webbed or something like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, the whole point of sports is essentially having an advantage to somebody else.
They'd have there's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you could theorize maybe Ozil's eyes give him an advantage. I don't know. He's scoping out passes we won't even be able to see.
2 dots in your head like Ozil.
Yo.
Listen, it's one of those. It's a good topic. I remember I saw an article on it yesterday, and I was like, you know, it's one of those things, and I do think there will be a change. Not this Olympics, because I think they're even struggling trying to even put it together as it is. Yeah. But I think the next Olympics we'll see something.
Right, well, I guess I want to just briefly now just touch on Ed Sheeran, and I thought that was really interesting. The fact that he was so open about it. So he basically said that artists, when they're looking to drop, they try and find out from the label if either Adele, Taylor, or Drake are dropping. And those are the people that they try and stay away from, which I guess we all kind of knew, being fans of music, but it's just Ed Sheeran in his own right is an artist that I'd stay well clear of when he's dropping. So for him to say that, that's insane.
It's a very interesting thing for him to say, because...
And that defo solidifies them as probably the biggest 3 acts.
Who's this? Adele, Drake
and
Taylor Swift. Adele, Drake, Taylor Swift.
There's certain people I'm ducking if they're dropping as well.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. And you can chuck Ed in there as well. I think it's just annoying because it's almost like they're all playing Duck Duck Goose, and it's like they're all just waiting. And while they're all waiting, no one's dropping music. No one big is dropping music. But I think now that lockdown is about to end, and I think now the people are going to be outside, I think we're just at the point where we're going to see a whole bunch of big releases come out now.
I don't know why Adele held on for so long. Like, her music, it was perfect for being inside.
Because you can't tour it, innit?
Yeah.
Like, she makes a lot of money through the music, but the tours, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, time
to
is.
The point that I don't even know what The Weeknd's going to perform when that album I
think he's going to put an album out before.
Yeah, I've seen something about The Dawn.
Something like that. I think now is the time to strike, and I'm seeing dates get chucked out. I saw Zyra Shah they finally put a date out for him. I've seen Dave put out his date as well, end of the month or soon. So
End of the month.
I think now we'll see it. Now is the tipping point. And Ed put out a single, so that must mean an album is coming out.
That single is not it.
That song is ass.
2-pack. It was really bad.
I'm not a fan of that song, but
I like him. No,
I like the brother. I'm not gonna lie to him. I actually think he's kind of cool, but I don't think that. I don't think that song was it.
Face. I said, God, make this make sense. I'm in love with The Shape of You, and I'm in love with this Rambo 2.
I'm finished. I'm in love with this Rambo too.
But you know what?
Oi.
Ed Sheeran is the successful version of Eminem
What?
in terms of bridging cultures.
You're gonna have to explain that one, brother.
Why is he with Quangface? Why is he there?
Yeah, but M could do that if he wanted. Like, I just don't like M because I love my mum.
So would you?
I've never understood his music. I was like, why are you so angry? You're so
Eminem with
talented.
Black Youngster. Would you see Eminem with?
You see Eminem with Griselda though.
Yeah, but Eminem's probably been in some
Yeah,
hot
but
rooms.
no,
like,
because they make very
Boo boo boo.
they make very similar style of.
I don't even know if I'd say that.
No, like Griselda is very much true to their art form in terms of hip hop rap. They're not conforming to what everybody else does.
M has a song with Juice WRLD.
M
Yeah,
can
but
bridge
Juice
the
WRLD was
gap.
doing
I don't
his
think.
thing.
I don't think that's fair to put on him. M can do it. Like, people want to work with M. If I'm an artist, like, I'd do it. Like, yeah, sure, why not? But I mean, I don't think M's not that distant. Like, it's not like that white people just like M and that's his fan base. Like, actually, I don't really know any loyal Eminem. Black
He was
fans.
my favorite artist when I was a kid. Why is that funny?
I just can't see that.
Really?
No.
I loved him as a kid. I did.
Shh. This is the first I've also heard of it after knowing you for like nearly over a
Seriously,
decade.
I
I've
thought
never
you know
heard
that. I feel like bare people loved Eminem growing up. Am I the only one that didn't? Just because?
Nah,
Fair enough. I think he was really good when I was-
50
I was
Cent unit.
listening to Christian reggae.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay. Wait. We're not gonna skate over that. Christian reggae.
Yeah, man, Papa's son, and then man, I was really listening to that. Like,
Fair enough.
so then when I heard Eminem, I was like, I didn't relate right away. I was like,
Yeah.
he's a white rapper. Like, I don't know who he is.
Nah, I loved
Oh.
Eminem, man.
Then there was a B2K. Them I related with because I was like, yo,
Yeah.
I could dance as well.
I
Fair
hear
enough.
that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I got
He wasn't.
everything I need in my life.
I don't know. With what was I gonna say? With everybody dropping songs though, I think today was a big day. Post Malone dropped a song as well.
Wow, again, it was mid.
I thought it was alright.
It was big.
And I don't, you know how I feel about Post.
I
thought it was alright.
I was disappointed, but I'm a fan of Post. So I saw they tried to cook White Iverson on the nets. I said, we're not having this.
What Iverson Banks?
That's a classic, man.
Let's talk about the.
It's a classic.
Define Blasic.
For me, it's a personal classic. It was a place in my life. It was at uni when that song dropped.
Spell Blasic.
It's classic with the B.
Then spell Post Malone.
POST space MALONE.
Now spell his pigmentation.
Oh, for God's sake. You know what? For the second time today, you got me.
Hey, listen, I've never felt so broke in my life.
What?
After listening to that Dave song, I've never felt so broke
They were
in my
going
life.
back. It was hard as bricks.
You seen the video? You watched the video as well. You put it in the chat.
Clean.
Listen,
Yeah.
That might be one of the best videos from the UK I've seen. Like,
he said his wrist is retired.
let me see. You know when they've got their watches all across like that?
Yeah.
Stormzy's collection is $1 million. Dave's is 800K. I didn't even know them man were making money like that.
They got bare peas. The chat. You know what? Yeah, I've listened to it a few times now, and Stormzy's verse is ridiculous. That is the best
She said she wanted
Stormzy
to go
verse I've ever
cinema.
heard.
I said, let's go downstairs.
Downstairs.
I said, yo, you know what? God damn it. I love to see a black man win.
The Piers bars.
Yeah.
That's what we call morning tears around
Yeah.
here. That's what we call morning tears.
The Piers bars absolutely spun me.
I hear you, man.
He was in his bag.
But what are you feeling? What do you think about Chips First?
Is that what?
He just
And-
came out.
Oh really? What just not right now?
In response to this,
Yeah.
He said bailiff. The bailiff one, innit? I
Yeah.
love that though. The bailiff
there's
one.
energy, man. Them man are
Yeah.
just going to be going back and forth for a hot minute.
Listen, man. I
Was
thought it
Chips
was
First
phenomenal.
good?
It's something.
So what, did he remix
listen,
Clash or what
Just
did he do?
just before we have recorded this episode,
put
I
something
just
out.
listened to it. Like,
What did he
right
do?
away.
Did he remix Clash or he just put something out?
He just put something out.
And is he going at Stormzy?
Yes.
Of course he
He's
is.
talking about the Rolexes, the everything.
boring.
I won't say anything until I listen to it. But what I will say is I love Stormzy's verse because there was hella subs, but it was just very entertaining to hear him stunt like that, you know?
Nah, it's nice to see as well. Like, I didn't know that they were making that kind of money.
That's,
Oh, no,
Like,
that
that's
money.
American
Aston Martin.
rappers sort of money that I think like, oh,
He's making his own Aston Martin. He said,
There's
"No,
too many bars to unpack.
You don't have to lease one. Don't worry, I got you because I'm making one."
They've got his album
Success.
title by talking to Hans Zimmer, bruv,
say word.
on FaceTime. He said Hans Zimmer just dropped the title for him, and he was like, "Oh, bruh, I'll just use that." Boy, listen, I have high hopes. I have high hopes for this album, especially after hearing that song.
12 tracks, that's clean. You know what I say? I don't want no filler.
I heard that.
He's gonna do that stupid thing where he puts in a song that's 8 minutes and he's talking about some girl, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's lyrical, bruv.
I don't need it sometimes because he'll put 2 of them on the album.
No.
I think he put
Oh, and I
2 of
also
those on
listened to Stormzy's
Psychodrama.
album, and I really actually enjoyed it. I really
Which one?
Heavy is the Head.
It's not bad.
It's really not bad. Yeah.
I think
not bad.
Stormzy has a lot of people he has to please, so I think we will always have those tracks on there. Like, I'll never forget when Wicked Skem Man came out. I was like, oh, am I thinking of the right one?
Oh, you talking about Big for Your Boots?
Nah,
Did you
the
hate
one
that
with,
song?
If you ain't got 10 the tops on.
Wiley Flow.
Yes, thank you. So
That's the same.
when I heard that, I was like, yo, this
This is the best song for me, you know. That song is phenomenal.
Audacity.
But
But is Audacity
Wiley
more because
Flow.
of Heady? Now I think they're both hard.
I think Audacity's cool, but Wiley Flow is just everything I need. He's just different bags, different pockets.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's probably a perfect place to end the episode. Music choices before I forget.
You damn right.
My choice this week is a song by an artist called Javon and Big Zoo. You might have heard this song. Oh, I forgot the name of it.
I'm not even gonna play games, man.
This song is phenomenal.
Javon is the one that we went to see in 360 R&B.
I don't know if it's him.
Oh
know.
no.
No,
Jevon is
it's
a
not.
completely different.
Jevon,
I know
yeah.
who Jevon is. Yeah.
Yeah, the song is called. Sorry.
I'll go while you're. There's just so much good stuff out at the moment. Like, obviously, big up Geordie from last week. Kunkum Crankum's been on repeat. Unknown
That song's
T's,
hard.
Colours. I normally don't like Colours because I don't know. I just can't relate to him.
Colorblind. That's a you joke.
Haha.
Hello. But he did his thing on that Goodhams. But I think there's only one song I can pick this week, and it's got to be Dave and Stormzy Clash.
I'm glad you did that, man. My choice is called Duppy by Big Zoo and Javon. Listen to that song
On
when you
there.
find the chance.
It's on the playlist.
You put it on already? Yeah. It's hard, innit?
Yeah.
Hard as
Lovely,
bricks.
lovely.
I said, what is this? All right, cool. I'll change it up. I will pick a song by Snow Allegra called... Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Called Neon Peach. And it features Tyler, the Creator. He's in his bag. And so is she.
Yeah, Snow's great.
Eman? West Side Gun?
It was gonna be West.
Oh, for God's sakes!
I said it was, but it's another W. It's Willow Smith, Transparency. I really like that.
Oh, hey, big ups. Nah,
That's it's a really like
that's like her rock thing, innit?
bro. That's not my song, but it's.
But
it's
now
my
I
song.
hear that. She tried the thing and it came off.
Yeah,
For sure.
slapped.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it really did its thing. I really enjoyed it.
I don't know like if I could listen to it on my own, just like on my.
I can.
Like when I've seen it,
I
I've
can.
always liked it, and I'll be
Fair,
like, it'll come
fair,
up on
fair.
YouTube, and I'll be like, I have to spin
Oh, I
this.
get you. I thought you meant as in you can't listen to it on your ones. Like, is anybody around?
Anybody here?
I know what you mean, though. That's so funny.
There's certain songs like that, man.
It could have been Michael Jackson, but nah. Willow Smith has to get her thing.
Fair
I give
dues.
Willow her flowers, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I mean, I guess we still got some time. Just think about like the other day. I was thinking about Saya and her brother's album, and just like how good that was. How did he fall off the face of the earth like that?
That intro is phenomenal. He made a 4-song intro and it was absolutely phenomenal.
It was so good. That Jaden, please
He'll come back round. He's so young. He's got time.
That's a fact.
He's got time.
Selling shoes with water, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, he's very
But
focused.
so is she as well. She's selling shoes with the I've forgotten the name of the brand. It's a Japanese brand. It helped Nike become who they are today.
Sakai?
No,
Or am I bugging?
Bape.
Sorry, say it again.
Sakai.
Nah, not Sky, not Bape. It's
How did Babe get away with the Air Force silhouette like that?
Because Nike, I think they tried to patent it, and I don't know, it's copyright or patent that had fallen off. So they just left it. They didn't really care.
Oh, is it got you?
And once they took it, like they just ran with it, and then obviously they tried to do it again, and of course, as you see with the new Bapes, they don't necessarily have the same look as they used to. So especially with like the Air Jordan 1. Air Jordan 1 right now has been patented. Like nobody else can recreate an Air Jordan 1 silhouette. But just before this month, actually no, just before June, people were doing it. People were just putting dicks on the Air Jordan 1. People putting the Statue of Liberty on the Air Jordan 1. People were putting guns on the Air Force on the Air Jordan 1. I'm telling you the truth. Like they really put a dick with 2 balls. No lie.
You've actually killed Demi. He's dead.
That was brilliant. They put dicks on it.
There is one company, they put the lightning bolt on the Air Jordan 1, and I really like the colours, so I bought one. I don't know when it's coming. Shout out to them.
What would you do if you see someone walking down the street and the tick is just a penis?
Dick feet. Not a dickhead. You sir, dick feet.
Oh my days.
Nah, that's
the perfect place to end this episode.
Yeah.
Dick feet.
Oh my god.
All right, until next time, you know where you can find us, madeinchafford.com.
Come on.
Until next time, you dick feet.
YouTube. Yeah.
Drop us some reviews, love, and all that good stuff.
Bye.